everyone, it's Sarah from Nova Scotia. Welcome back to Colorful Creations. I'm going to do a comparison video today. I have two different mixes, my old mix, or current mix I guess, and a new one that I'm not sure if it's good or not. I actually ran out of glue and I doubled up on my Floetrol, so it's pretty similar. I found it easier because I didn't have to add hardly any water. I only needed water to like Artist Loft kind of paints, but Montmartre didn't need any, so that was kind of nice. So I did this on a flip cup. And I found I got more cells, which I kind of expected by using all Floetrol instead of glue. But then I tried it on a Dutch pour, and at first it looked good, and then I felt like it kind of melted, or like, don't think that's really the word, but it kind of just muted into itself and didn't keep its structure. So I decided to do a comparison and put everything exactly the same, and then I can see, and I figured I might as well just turn the camera on and show you too, right? So I am going to work on, I have two 12 by 16 inch art panels. These are wooden. I had them primed in black gesso. Now there is black and white, and I only had black left. I would have preferred to use white for this since I'm going to use a white base, because it's not an issue, it's just I find the edges hard to cover. So what I've done here is just painted them in a titanium white. It's just Montmartre, it doesn't really matter, just with a paintbrush, there's nothing added to it, just to kind of help hide that edge, because it's really hard to hide black. The top part won't matter because the thickness of paint in any pour painting will cover that. So I'm gonna do a white base on both. Now I have the same colors all mixed up here, but I'm gonna show you a little difference I'm seeing right now. And I did expect this because glue will make your colors lighter. It's almost like mixing white with it, but then it dries clear, so it comes back after. So I'll just show you, we'll just take this ultramarine blue, and there's a little bit of iridescent in it. So those look pretty similar, right? Now I have a couple of color shifts I'm using by Folk Art. This one, we'll use the Ultra Flash, Aqua Flash, this one here. So this is the mix with just Floetrol, and this is mixed with glue. So you see it's a little bit lighter, and it seems like they're all like that. Like this is like a purpley one. Look at the difference there. So I'm kind of interested to see how these are going to dry and compare to each other. So I think I've covered most things so far. They're all mixed to the same consistency, like thickness kind of thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with a white base. I'll put the recipe on the screen. This is the new one. So I'm just gonna do I'm gonna try to keep it pretty straightforward. I want them to both kind of be the same. So I'm just gonna put a squiggly line up through the middle and then blow it with a hairdryer. Right, so I have my hairdryer. I have an attachment on the end of it. I want to add more to this, but I don't want to kind of mess with anything. I will leave my tiny little blower. I'm going to keep it relatively simple. I want to test with my airbrush too. We're just gonna keep it simple. So already with this one, I do see some nice cell action. So I'll bring it on, have a look. So we got some nice cell action here. I'm not sure what I think about the middle part. I kind of would like to mess with it more, but I'm just trying to do a comparison of how the paint moves. I'll show you from the other side. Okay. I'm really tempted to blow that middle part out a little more. All right, so let's move over to the other one. The same thing. See if I can remember how I did that. I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want to make it unfair. My cord won't reach, so I had to turn one of the lights off because I want to try with this to make them all both fair. I'm gonna bring it on and let you see this one. All right, so I am getting some nice cells in this one as well. I'm getting a glare though. It's not in the most ideal spot here. Show you from the other side. Right. I'm not overly fussy about the middle, I don't think, but I don't want to mess with it, and you know, it's a comparison. So I'll show you these two together from this angle. Now, this one already looks like it's losing its composition. It looks like it's just kind of sinking under the white. So, as of right now, I think I like the mixture with the glue better. And not just because of the composition. I know the composition probably, I think it looks better on this one. There's more colors came out, but I did the same thing, and you can see that this one looks like it's sinking. So we'll see how these look when they dry, and then I'll let you decide. All right, so I'm also gonna do a comparison, but with a flip cup. These are just old practice canvases I've had forever. They're awful. It's not gonna work. You're probably not gonna see the dry result because they're gonna crack all up. But I mean, I can show you anyway. I'm gonna do a base coat on both of them. You don't normally have to do that for a flip cup, but I just wanted to be fair because of the colors of the surface. All right, so this side is the Floetrol recipe, and this side is the one with glue. So I'm just putting layering all my colors in the cup. sit for a minute. All right, here we are for a closer look. This is the recipe with the doubled up on the Floetrol and no glue. And this is the recipe with the glue. Look at the glare over here. I'm trying to... So, which one do you like? We'll see what they look like when they're dry as well. I'd like to let this sit like a little bit and show you actually, because I want to see if it does the same thing it did with the Dutch pour, where it kind of seems like it's just sinking. Okay, so these have sat for a little bit. Try to get rid of that glare. This is the one I was worried about. Look, it seems okay. Maybe it's just a Dutch pour that this mix won't work for. But we'll have a look when they're dry. Like I said, these will probably be all cracked up because they've been painted on a million times and I didn't prime them. But we'll have a look anyway. So here they are dry. They did crack like I suspected, but the interesting thing is it's cracked way less on the one that I used the glue in. So this one here, that's my old recipe, and it's only cracked a little around the edges. Like I said, I did expect the whole thing to crack because these both were paint overs and that usually happens. But here's the one without the glue, and it's cracked all through it. So I don't know, I find that kind of interesting. And here's these two dry. So here's the one with that newer recipe that I was saying about. It kind of just melted. I don't know if melting's the right word. It just kind of sunk. It sunk. And here's the one with the glue recipe. It stayed pretty much the same way it did when it was wet. So I think I'm definitely gonna stick to my old recipe. This is way better than that. What do you think?